Hey, welcome back to Building Dad Bod 2.0. Day 10 of the cut. I'm down 6 pounds so far from 196 to 190. Been averaging 2,300 calories per day. And last week, average daily step total was 17,500 steps. So I didn't get a workout in on Monday. It was mine and my wife's 18-year wedding anniversary. So I just took the night to relax, hang out with my wife and my girls. So this workout was dynamic leg day, but because I missed Monday, I threw some push press and a little bit of upper back work in, did some speed pull-ups, and I'll just spread some more upper back volume in throughout the week. So I started the workout with some box jumps from a 13 3/4 inch seat, starting in a seated position and then up to that 37.5 inch wall. In between sets of box jumps, I did push press, 165 pounds on push press today, so shooting for sets of 8 on push press. I did the first set without wrist wraps, but I found the same thing as I found last week. Was about 4 reps in, my wrists were starting to give me some grief, and actually only got 7 reps on the first set, so went and put wrist wraps on after that for my next 2 sets. Managed to get 8 reps both of my last 2 sets. So now I'm going to just show you one set of push press here. 165 pounds for a set of 8. And while I'm doing that, I want to give a huge shout out to Jacob over at Sandbag Misfit. He just went over 1,000 subscribers yesterday. I'm super happy to see him get there. He's just very awesome, very genuine person. Works extremely hard for his family. Often up 2 in the morning after his work shift doing his workouts. Trains primarily with sandbags, kettlebells, and bands. He's got some cinder blocks that he lugs around with him for carries. Currently training for a Murph challenge, but he recently PR'd a 280-pound sandbag. Picked it from the ground and got it up to his shoulder. So I know 300-pound sandbag is a big goal for him, and I can see him crushing it later this year. Definitely hop on over and check out his channel, Sandbag Misfit. At the end of this video, I'm going to do a 20-rep box squat with a 200-pound sandbag as a tribute to him hitting 1,000 subscribers. And I got a special message for Jacob at the end of that set. All right, so that was a set of 8 on push press at 165 pounds. Push press, I'm still just getting used to it. I'm just getting back into push press. Still feel out of sync on it. I don't feel like I'm producing anywhere near as much power as I can. So I'll just keep looking to get better at that week over week. After that, doing speed pull-ups with a 15-pound kettlebell. So last pull-up session, did 6 sets weighted and then 6 sets body weight. Today went 8 sets weighted with the 15-pound kettlebell and then 4 sets body weight. Keep working up till I get 12 sets weighted, and then we'll just up the weight to 20 pounds, start back over at 6 and 6 and build from there. After the pull-ups, went back to SSB speed squats. So I used the sandbag as my seat, so I had to lug that 200-pound sandbag back inside. Going up the stairs with the 200-pound sandbag, definitely felt that in the quads. So today we're doing 10 sets of speed box squats again. I got the sandbag plus a 45-pound bumper plate on top. I never measured it, but I know it's roughly around 17 inches, so higher box squats than I did on Monday. The bar plus the plates is 155 pounds, and then 75 pounds total in chain. This was my 6th set here, and this was my fastest set. This one just felt really good. I was moving super nicely on this set. So that's how we want to be moving on these. So like I said last week, weight's going to stay the same, but I'm just going to keep adding bands. So you can see the green band in there. Last week we did the orange band. This week we got the, it's like a heavier light band, the green band. And then we'll just keep adding the light bands to it. Every week we'll add another light band until we just can't go anymore. After that, this is a different one this week. Doing some jumps with the trap bar. First set was trash. Second set moved a little bit better. Still working on these. I think I might go off blocks next time. Start a little bit higher. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. But just trying to get explosive into the bands on those. And then doing the back extensions. I did these last week. So 5 sets of 5 on these. Added another 20 pounds on here, bringing me up to 165 pounds. So it's 165 plus the doubled up orange band. Actually a lot of tension on that band with it doubled up like that. That exercise absolutely annihilates my glutes. Next up was single leg press, trying to be as explosive as possible. So 3 sets of 5, up from 235 last week to 235 this week. So this one, we just keep piling on the weight until we're not explosive anymore. At that point, I think what I might do is start adding some bands for assistance just to see how that works out. Be a little fun little experiment. All right, now that was the end of the regular workout. So Jacob, this one's for you. I keep telling him I'm going to start utilizing this sandbag more this summer. So decided to do 20 reps of box squats, the 200-pound sandbag. Now I've done hinges with these, I've done carries with these, but I haven't done box squats yet. So wanted to see how it felt. I just telling him in his last video his quads were looking bigger. I know he does a lot of box squats with the sandbag. And man, this was actually a great exercise. With all that weight out front, my quads were absolutely on fire by the end. My heart rate was just going. Now it's funny, I was actually meaning to ask Jacob this thing. I think I used the wrong sand. I used fairly rocky stuff and it just packed so hard. I couldn't get my hands around it. Couldn't figure out how to kind of make it a bit more pliable so I could get my arms kind of around the center of it. I tipped it on its side. I was getting frustrated. I just picked it up and slammed it into the floor. And then all of a sudden, everything's moving around a lot nicer. Then I was actually able to get my arms around it and interlock my fingers. So worked out nice. Who knew, you just had to get mad and throw it around a little bit. So that was it for today's workout. I really like these sandbag box squats. I'm going to keep them in. Absolutely blitzed my lungs and blitzed my quads. So after that sandbag set, just got one thing left to say to Jacob.
I hate you, Jacob.